Road on Copley Road, Copley Madison here. Madison. Just a little shop there, used to be there for years. It used to be some kind of a store, I don't remember what it was. That's an art gallery now, it used to be the local corner store. It was a daycare for a little while, it didn't work out too well. Used to be an apartment there in the corner there, and there's another one beside it. This empty lot here used to be another store. Over here, where the Dollar Tree is, used to be the Harley Davidson. This lot basically over here was all Harley Davidson. That was the old bike shop there. That's a little, well, sat empty forever. That's a little local restaurant there. Over there is the Barbecue Boss. Now right there, where the wall is next to the sign, used to be Nesbitt's Barber Shop. But he retired years ago, and then the Barbecue Boss expanded, took over that part of the building. And there's Jesse's Barber Shop, which I never see anybody over there anymore. I don't know if he's still in business. There's the bike shop there. There used to be a house there, or an apartment. Their staircase floor is still around. Over here, long time ago, there used to be a movie theater. And then it was the building for WAKR. Then it was a church, and now it's just a vacant lot now. And over here, for a little while, it was B&M Barbecue. They had a fire. Then they reopened, and shortly after that, they closed again. It's just sitting there. But before that, it was it's been a few different places over the years. Once it was a little dairy place. You get ice cream sundaes and hot sandwiches. I forget what it was before that. Here's the front of this building here. You can see the layout. It used to be, obviously, was a movie theater. These guys have moved. I wish I had the money. I'd buy the place. I'd open it up and make another theater out of it, because the neighborhood could use one. You can see lots of apartments and such on Copley Road. Used to be a house on this lot here, sitting empty now. There's the substation for the area. Here's a Copley Mini Mart here. Used to be the Lawson's, then it was Dairy Mart. Then it was closed for a little while after an altercation between the owner and the customer. That's reopened under new management. They've got hot and cold food there, pretty good. Have most of your convenience needs there. Here on the corner of Noble here is the Dollar General. Now there used to be a church here. And literally like a couple months, they tore the church down, cleared the lot, relayed the foundation, and built this store and had it open. Like a couple months. They wasted no time on that. There's the substation again. As you can see, the Copley Road is, on this part anyway, it's a 4-lane road. They did take out some of the traffic lights. There used to be a lot more traffic lights here. Empty lot over there on Noah and Copley was the Laundry King. That was open for several years, and it had an electrical fire. Most of the place burned down and was finally just totally demolished, and it now just sits empty. And I don't remember what was there before that. It's been so long. I want to say maybe like a gas or service station. There used to be service stations lined up all up down the road here. Here's a nice, beautiful, renovated house for sale. Over there is Mr. Pantry, formerly known as Open Pantry, because of their convenient hours that they'd open. You could just go in there. It used to be 11 to 11 or whatever. It used to be open as late as midnight. I remember that. The hours have changed as the ownership or management have changed. And you can see the Family Dollar there. There used to be the local pharmacy, the Grey Drug. I think it was Grey Drug. One of those old pharmacies, and then when that finally closed and went out of business, they reopened there. There's a good little service station here on the corner. That's closed. Finally torn down. And that used to be Strickland's. I forget what it was before that, but it was Strickland's for a while. And it closed, and I'm not sure why. And Metro PCS moved in there. And you can see on this part of Copley, for whatever reason, someone decided to add bike lanes. So there's a bike lane on either side. And they took out a lane, made the center lane a turn lane. And now it's one lane most of the way down the road here. One lane in each direction. At least till you get to Hawkins. Really kind of silly. This bike lane doesn't go anywhere. Let's see where Copley and Mercer Avenue. Mercer goes clear down to Diagonal. Actually, no, it goes almost to East Avenue from here. You see the houses here. And this part of Copley is almost all residential. And the houses get nicer as you move that way and that way. The closer you actually get to Copley Road, not quite so nice. You can see the signs here for the various Blvd students and athletes here. Not sure why, what that's all about there. Not sure if it's a Blvd thing or if it's an Aqua Public School thing. Blvd and Peerless. I should know these streets by heart. I used to deliver pizza over here, so it's important to know this. But like I said, as you can see, you know, you've got the silly center turn lane for residential turning, not commercial turning, and the bike lanes that don't really go anywhere. Oh, well, that explains why it was so packed on the buses Friday. There was no school on Friday for whatever reason. Blvd Community Pancake Day was today, I guess. There's the new Blvd Community Learning Center there, formerly Blvd High School. This is part of the building remained intact, like this. The large part here on my right is part of the original building. The rest of it's completely new. One of the nice things, they literally built the new school right behind the old school, so kids were able to still go to school here while they were building the new school. Now around the corner here on a Glendora, you get access to the other side of the building, and you get to Perkins and Blvd share the same complex. So it's Blvd on this side and Perkins on the back and around the side there. The old Perkins building is being used to house, well, it was being used to house Litchfield. I'm not sure what they're doing there now. I have to go over there and see, now that I think about it, because the Blvd Litchfield complex the Firestone Litchfield complex has been open since August. So I gotta wonder what they're doing with the old Perkins school. Actually, you know what? I remember now. It's become the School of Nursing. The School of Nursing moved out of Erie Island School, and I guess they're over there now. So I guess the question is what they're going to do with Erie Island. And here's Whitson Avenue. Whitson goes all the way down from Copley to Vernon Odom. This is a fairly nice neighborhood. Beautiful yards, beautiful houses. Basically a straight shot. See more houses and apartments here. Copley keeps alternating between commercial and residential. There's Glendora there. And most of the streets here run from Copley all the way to Delia Avenue. Some even go well beyond that. And there you can enter the beautiful new football field, as well as Perkins Middle School. Should have come earlier in the morning. You can see a little better. The sun would be behind me. Over Dover. Dover goes almost as far down as Winton. I think it stops a couple blocks short. You see there the more apartments there. It looks like that one is empty. And this church here, which is, I guess it is a church now. It was a church, and then it wasn't. Then it was a daycare. Then it was some kind of a school, and now it's a church again. And you see these apartments, which are, that particular design is common in a lot of different apartments all over the city. See if I can cross here safely. Let's see, there's that church there. I don't remember the name of it because it's had so many different names. There's the parking lot next to it. I do remember that growing up, that those bells would ring every Sunday and you could hear them all the way up and down Copley Road. You always knew when these guys were having service. Someone's making something delicious because I can smell it. And there's Mineola that goes clear down to the park down there, Schneider Park. They said we're getting into the nicer neighborhoods, so if we go this way, much nicer neighborhoods. This is the apartment over there. The name this one, I think it's a women's shelter. Or halfway house or something like that. They were at Copley and Hartford. And I think we missed Hardesty. There's the new Maple Valley Library there. We're actually looking at the back of the library. The main entrance is actually around the back there. Now on these couple of lots here used to sit the old Graft Growers and another greenhouse company. I can't remember the name of it, but they all moved out to Copley, but they used to sit here on this lot here. We added a traffic light here for the library. You can see way back there is a Schumacher Community Learning Center. You can get to it from Greenwood. You walk down a couple of blocks and then you are someone's barbecuing. That's what I was smelling. I could see the smoke. Maybe somebody was cooking something good. And we're coming up on Greenwood now. We can still see the bike lanes here. They go pretty much down to the highway and then stop again. Makes little or no sense at all to me. Like, this used to be 4 lanes all the way, the whole length, till you got into Copley. Then it cut down to 2 lanes. Till you got near, like, the main intersections in Copley, like Jacoby or Copley Circle. Then it was 4 or 6 lanes, depending on where you were. And over there on the corner there is Roslyn Avenue. On my right, where it says Little Caesars. There used to be, when I grew up, it was Famous Recipe Chicken, and then they moved out of Akron, and there was a shoe store for a little while. Well, then it's that closed. Then it was Domino's Pizza for years and years and years. Then it was closed. Then it was supposed to be some steak and lemonade place that they had the sign and everything there, but they never actually opened. So then it just sat empty, and then now it's Little Caesars. Here's Church's Chicken, one of the old West Side mainstays, that closed suddenly one day, and not sure why. I do remember a couple of instances where cars coming down Roslyn, drove through the window there, ended up in the lobby. Over there, Flowers by Gus, he closed a few years back, moved out. I don't know whether he's just retired or just moved. And there's the old store there. There were a couple of old shops used to be there. Here used to be a candy store and arcade. And we're coming up on Orlando. I think there was a service station here on the corner, not 100%. This used to be a gas station. Old 76. Circle Case, we just became 76 station. This one used to have a drive-through, and they had too many incidents, so they took it out. And there you can see some of the old service stations. I think that was a Clark, not 100% now, on the corner there. So you get the Hawkins, says China Star. That used to be Ohio. This building here used to be the Maple Valley Library. Now it's a Minority Behavioral Center. Minority Behavioral Health Group. Not sure what they do here, but whatever. Like I said, there's China Star. This old building here in the car wash used to be a service station. China Star used to be this Ohio station. Now here on the spot of Walgreens used to sit the Maple Valley School on the corner of Hawkins and Copley. And then you can see some of the old shops here on the other side of Hawkins and Copley. The buildings has remained the same, but a lot of the names have changed. A lot of the old stores have changed or moved out, then renamed and changed to whatever they are now. This pharmacy over here used to be, well, this particular pharmacy has been here for a while, but I remember when it was like Tom McCann or something like that. It used to be a shoe store when I was a kid anyway. And then we make our safe crossing here. That goes Hawkins south, Hawkins going north. Panini Subs there. I wish I could remember what all these places used to be. Some of them aren't anything right now, just sitting open. There's San Antonio's Ice Creamery there, which for most of the summer was actually closed. I'm not even sure why they're open today. It's not that hot, but they are open. At least they're local, I guess. That's a good thing. Copley's Newsstand. It's one of the few places that's still the original store that it was. Here, United Bank Firefighters Union Hall. I'm not sure what it was before that. I can't remember. Maple Valley drive-through, that's changed ownership throughout the years, but that's another building that's pretty much stayed the same. It's always been a drive-through as long as I can remember. There's Kerr Park over there. Had some major upgrades throughout the years. This building here used to be a State Farm agency, if I recall. That was Jackson Hewitt. There's the dentist shop over there, General Dentistry. Pammy's Ribs Chicken. It's been several different spots. One used to be Queens. Or maybe not. No, I think Queens was further down. Chapel of Grace Church here. That's another old man. This church has been here as long as I can remember. Gino's Pizza. Can't tell if they're open today or not. But yeah, that's another mainstay. They've been here since I was a little kid. Thank God for that. Actually, very good pizza. Get in there. The menu's changed. They used to offer chicken fingers and wings and things, but I think it's mostly their pizza now. That deli, yeah, that's been here. Now the name has changed, like I said, but the building has been there. And most of these other places the names have changed, but they've been there. And up as we get to Frederick here, the one building used to be a Dairy Queen, and that blue building there used to be a family restaurant called Martini's. Then it was the main event. There's been several different nightclubs that never managed to stay open, and now it's just a state liquor store. And that's where we end for today.